Hi friends, my name is Griselda Psychic MD and I'm here to do another pick a card reading for you. This time we are going to do how do they feel when they're around you? Or as some might say, how do you make them feel? Them, of course, being whoever is on your mind. Typically it would be your person, quote unquote, but really whomever. So for those of you that are returning to my channel, I want to thank you so much for coming back. And for those of you that are new, just stopping by or here on a fluke, I want to thank you as well. I hope that all of you get exactly what it is that you came for. And if not, I hope that you actually get some amusement in the very least, okay? So again, how do you make this person feel? How do they feel when they're around you? How do they feel when they are around you? Show me pile one. The Chariot. That came out in my pre-shuffle, by the way. How do they feel when they're around you? Show me pile two. Death. Okay. Well, don't get scared. Show me how they feel when they're around you. And show me now pile three. The Devil. Oh, look. All right, guys. So if you are in need of a better picture, maybe I should move this out of the way momentarily. Once again, we've got the Chariot. Now I'm going to mess with this until I don't. It's a terrible habit. All right. So we have the Chariot right here. We've got the Death card for pile number two. And last but not least, we have the Devil. I'll see you at your reading. Hi, pile one. Thank you for joining me. For those of you that are repeat offenders, I want to thank you so much for stopping in once again to see what is going on. And for those of you brand new to my channel or stopping by here on a fluke, I hope that you actually get whatever it is that you came here for. But very warm welcome to all of you. Hopefully I don't burn the house down. I don't like to do remakes, retakes, whatever you want to call it. Little editing as much as possible. So I'm hoping there won't be a fire in any of my videos, but you never know. Pile number one, you've chosen the Chariot. All right. Feast your eyes, my friends. The Chariot. So they feel like you're somebody who gathers all of your forces, your positive, negative polarities. I feel like you are somebody who speaks your truth, but once you set a goal, you set your sights, you just do, okay? And the card reads as follows: overcoming obstacles through determination, focus, and willpower. There may be many obstacles in your path, but if you stay focused, keep your composure, and are confident in your abilities, you will succeed. But I feel like this is more referencing to the fact that they view you as somebody who has already done these things, okay? I believe that this person has a very high opinion of you. I also feel like you make them feel motivated because the Chariot is all about movement. Now, of course, I had to have a card drop, so I'm going to see what it is. Okay, so this came up reverse. It says broken reflection, struggling to find self. I feel like this is saying basically that you don't have any illusions about who you are. You are extremely authentic. They find you incredibly direct. Very well versed about yourself, which I know sounds a little bit like, well, duh, who wouldn't be? It's you. But the fact of the matter is that many of us lie to ourselves. We surround ourselves sometimes with people that also lie to us or like to kind of entertain our thoughts of ourselves if they're off course for whatever reason to suit their own needs, in other words, okay? And so I definitely feel like this person, when you are around them, you you make them feel like they need to kind of harness or get a grip more on their life, to think things more deeply, to be really brutally focused. And also, I can't help but notice, like I haven't noticed before about this card, but she's naked, you guys, under this little like veil like outfit she has, and she's also barefoot. And it's like, for somebody who's in a chariot, that's quite a bit of confidence. It's like, hey, I'm going there, the nips are out, everything's out, like I really don't care what you see, I'm arriving, I'm going, and this is my destination. I feel like you inspire this person to think more honestly about themselves, to take a second look as to where they're headed in their own life. I heard redirecting. You know how when you use your GPS, maybe some of you guys don't, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I use it all the time. Rerouting, that kind of thing. I feel like when you're around this person, you make them feel like they need to reroute their life, that they need to harness the parts of themselves that are kind of, I want to call it willy-nilly, but it's not really. It's just most people live this way. It's their mind, body, and soul are not in alignment. They don't know themselves quite as well. And maybe perhaps this person is of two minds, essentially. Let's say you want to have like a really great business, but then you have a deep desire to go eat out every day or hang out with friends instead, or play video games, things like that. So I feel like you inspire this person to think about what it is that they're committing themselves to, where it is that they are headed. This card also flipped. Diviner. You have a natural talent for divination, revealing what is hidden, or hear answers that may come in many forms to help point you in the right direction. Yeah, so this person might even feel like you're into divination. Maybe you do tarot, maybe you're psychic, maybe you're clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. I don't know what the other clairs are called, but there's another one that you can actually taste. Yeah, it's happened to me. It's not fun, you guys. But so whatever it is, I feel like they know that you actually get your cues and clues from spirit, and I feel like that's really potent. Okay, I also feel like when they're around you that they feel or think that you smell good, or they want to kind of like lean in, and something about being close to your neck. Okay, or maybe even like, okay, I wasn't gonna go there, but here we are. Maybe somebody has a kink or curiosity about what your armpits smell like. Okay, I went there, sorry. Hey, and this is mixed in with this deck, so I don't know why. Okay, that was the one. Yeah, so you have a really clear idea of who you are, and I think that it's really inspiring. I think it's really powerful and potent. I also feel like this person, when they're around you, feels a little bit heaty and a little bit like your direction is too fast, almost like they need time to digest, okay, what it is. Because most of us look into a faulty mirror at one time or another. Most of us have ideas, illusions, denial, okay, a lot of things that we tend to want to look at in the mirror and see different. Well, for example, I'd like to, you know, look like I was like thinner or whatever, but no, really. When we look in the mirror, sometimes we want to fancy that. Oh, wow, I'm doing a really great job. I'm a great gal. I'm a great guy. I'm really doing things with my life. And yet, you know, we can live our life trying to appease other people, not living our most authentic truth, just to really appease and shut people up, or to be liked, or whatever the case may be. And this is somebody who does not have the chariot in alignment, and they're definitely not going anywhere. I hope that made sense. Okay, what else? What else do we need to know? How do you make this person feel when they're around you? Pile number one, show me now. Detached. Ooh. You're a deep thinker with a high level of emotional intelligence and awareness. Your vibration creates a ripple effect, which makes others more aware of their own emotions. What I tell ya. So I feel like it's not that this person is bad. It's not that whatever. I mean, we all have to have an awakening in our own way, in our own time, in our own space, right? And so, some of you guys also, I feel like this person thinks that maybe even some of you guys know a lot about the Kabbalah. Okay, I can't quite hear that word to repeat it. Okay, but anyways, like, ooh, lots of energy. Sorry, lots of energy in my crown chakras. So I feel like also they see you as being detached, being able to really kind of connect, maybe even with spirit, and totally detach from like the real world or 3D world in order to get your messages, and just to really have a matter of fact manner of like, yeah, well, da da da, this is fact, or these things are not in alignment, and to make your judgments. And I feel like this person also feels like your judgments are really accurate. I also feel like this person is really shocked and surprised at how naked and vulnerable like you are. Like you just don't care. It's just like I feel like you're saying this is me, and regardless, I have to answer spirit and myself, and basically that's it. And I think they're shocked by that. They've never, they don't even know what to say. Okay, I feel like they've never even met anybody like you before. Okay, now I also have the bottom deck, the Sweetheart card. So it says, you live from love, seeing divinity and love beneath the surface, and shaping others' worlds and experiences through the perception of the heart. So I feel like in many ways, this could have made you a harsh person, what I tell you. Okay, we'll address that in a second. This could have made you a harsh person where you can get your messages from spirit and you can be like, yep, no, next, or make some really harsh judgments about people around you, or feel really, holier than thou or like better than. And I don't feel like, because she's virtually naked, I don't feel like they think that you perceive yourself that way. I don't think that you elevate yourself to a point where you cannot relate. I think it's just a detached observation. And I also feel like they think that you are a sweetheart. I feel like you're going to get the heartbreaker card, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Bottom of the deck here, claircognizant. You're able to know things without having any previous knowledge bestowed by your higher self, spirit guides, or simply downloaded into your mind. Yeah. So you are definitely connected. And I think that the fact that this thing is red, I feel like it makes things solid. Like you just know things that are solid. Okay, bottom deck again. I need to stop flipping the cards like that. Femininity. You're a mixture of girlish charm and mature sensuality. You can draw them in without even knowing. A subtle, luring effect. So I feel also that this person thinks that you're not even aware of your effect on them. Oh my gosh. As I said that, look at the bottom of the deck. Okay? Knowing. I'll address that in a second. But anyways, I think that you've got feminine charms. You are claircognizant, and they're a little bit like shook or in shock. And I also feel like it makes them want to kind of like shroud their mind, protect their mind. It's like they don't know if you're a mind reader, if you have like, telepathy, or what else you can glean or know from them. And it puts them into like a little bit of a self preservation mode. Okay, yeah, a little bit on the defensive. Sorry guys, I know there's a lot of shadows here. I'm filming at nighttime, which I try not to do, but here we are. Okay, so let's see what else. How does this person feel when they're around you? How do they feel? Pile number one, when they're around you. Show me now. What the heck? I love this card. Look. Guidance. You are divinely guided, gifted, guided. Okay, same. So I definitely feel like they can wonder. It's like, what the heck? Does he or she have like a crystal ball that they look through? And how is it that you're able to get messages so clearly? I also feel like they won't tell you, but I feel like they feel guided, and they know that you can somehow guide them on their journey as well. And the biggest thing is that they feel that you can help them gather the positive and negative polarity, tell them exactly what, how, what, where. Oh, I mean, that not, to achieve it. Basically give them a huge idea of like, okay, if you were to line these up, you would have so much momentum to go forth and do what it is that you want. Okay. So I do feel like they look at you maybe as a guide, as an earthly guide. That was so awkward. Okay, so what else do we, let's get a couple more. I am trying to keep these short for real this time. Okay, no joke. So how do you make this person feel when they're around you? How does this person feel when they're around you? Show me now. The South Node. life's debts, the past lives, inborn gifts, what's left unfinished, lessons not learned, and familiarity. I have a hard time saying that word too. Familiarity. Oh my gosh, you guys forget. Anyways, you're not here for my pronunciation or their lack thereof, okay? So I definitely feel like this person can also sometimes feel like you have a resting bitch face, okay? That you would make a really good poker, a good opponent, whatever it is that you decide to do. I also feel like you're almost like, I don't want to say you're karmic because that has these like connotations, this community, but I feel like you definitely are able to assess accurately what baggage people are carrying. And here we have the Chariot, his modern day car, and how to progress and move forward. But I feel like you do it with the teddy bear spirit, with like gentleness and love, okay? Yeah, that you have gifts that they just have no idea even how to begin to describe. I feel like you make this person at loss for words when they really, and they're not going to be like flat out stuttering. I feel like this person is really like calm, composed, but I feel like their thoughts are just chaotic because of your encounters together, okay? Show me more about what this person thinks about. How do they feel when they're around you? Show me now. Do not fall everywhere, please. Aquarius. The future, mental expansion, edgy, unique, eccentric, independence, diverse, humanitarian, and idealistic. Yeah. So I feel like this person sees a lot of, I feel, first of all, that they're shocked at the depth that you have. They're shocked at how you can unveil literally like anything within your vicinity. I think that it does make them a little bit afraid, by the way, but not in a bad way. Almost like hot nun afraid. Okay, because I feel like there's a lot of chemistry and a lot of attraction here for some of you guys, with her like being naked and like that see-through dress, and what else? So I think that you make them think about the future. It's like, is this really where you're headed? I don't feel like you necessarily have conversations like that. I think that just being around you, something about you really triggers this person to think about their future. Where am I headed? Even willing to open up mentally. They definitely think that you're edgy. You're definitely different, unique, eccentric. You're definitely independent. And I feel like your idealism comes as a surprise. But because it paired up with a sweetheart, I think that they find that endearing about you, okay? So that is how this person feels when they're around you. Okay, for real, I'm not going to make this super long. Just 2 more cards. Show me more. How does this person feel when they're around pile number 1, please? I love these cards, you guys. I'm sure you can tell. How does this person feel when they're around my pile number 1? Show me now. Our bond is unbreakable, so they definitely feel bonded. I heard the word corded. How do you make this person feel when they're around you? You can't make anybody feel anything, but I just said it. You feed me in ways no one else could. Yeah, and I feel like that has to do with like that mental stimulation, emotional stimulation, opening up a world. I heard that they've never seen or thought of from a perspective that's just edgier and different and kind of futuristic. Okay, so I feel like they feel like you're a great mystery, but at the same time they're a little bit shrouded and self-protective. Okay, starving, my soul hungers for you. What else? I feel unworthy of you. Time is near, communication, union, or separation. Like, how ironic, right? So maybe this person wants to like communicate with you. And if you're in communication now, well then obviously we're going to opt for the other ones. It's going to be a union or separation. I love crows. I love ravens. I love all blackbirds. Not sure why I told you that, but okay. What else do you make this person feel? How do they feel when they're around your pal number 1? Show me now. Emotional telepathy. What? I pick up on what you're feeding. Look. Where was that? You feed me in ways no one else could. Yeah. So it's almost like in a, I don't know how to say in a twisted way, but you're almost like a I want to say a mother or a parent, because that gives really bad description what I'm trying to express. But maybe like a mentor, they view you as something just completely different. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. If this resonated, please do give me a thumbs up. Much love to you, and until next time, namaste. Hi, Pal. My name is Chriselle. I'm here to do your pick a card reading. If you chose this pile, obviously this is for you. I'm going to get a little sagey sage going on here to kind of eliminate any energies, any vibes of the first reading. Here we go. You have chosen the Death card. It says spiritual transformation, a time of change and a new beginning, or new beginnings plural. Embrace a change as a fresh start. You need to draw a line under the past in order to move forward in a positive direction. You might have an actual direct link correlation to pile number 1, by the way. So first off, I'm noticing her right here. And by the way, when you get Death card, it's not like people are going to die or anything like that, but there's definitely some major, mega change. Not a little change, just a major change, okay? So where this is all depicting like stone and mortar and like flowers and stairs and walls or whatnot, picture this person amid maybe the ocean or blue skies and nothing but skies on a cloud even. So it's a radical change and transformation that you are undergoing. I feel like when you are around this person, they actually feel themselves changing. I feel like they feel themselves growing. I feel like you could even be someone who really serves as an awakener. That's not even a term, I just made it up. But I feel like you can cause people to awaken. I also feel like when you're around this person, they can have like really romantic feelings, or that they could even feel like they're floating, like things are changing almost more than they can comprehend, because their perception of life itself, their own life, is changing. And I know it sounds like dramatic, but I feel like this is really deep. I feel like you have a really big impact on this person, whoever it is that you're thinking about. So I also feel like because she's leaning towards the left, to me that's always the past. Okay, so holding on to the blooms of the past, and maybe it because she's not opening up her mouth saying much, right? So I feel like maybe you inspire this person to feel a little bit like they want to cling to their current life, tried and true. Yes, look, good grief. You inspire them to kind of want to close their eyes, and almost like, it's not that they're not listening, but it's almost like they wish they hadn't heard what you said, because now they're having a great opening, a great movement within their own soul, their own soul's purpose, and they realize that the things that really have to change, okay, like drastically. So this could be, for example, being partnered with somebody you shouldn't be partnered with, or they shouldn't be partnered with, or getting out of a situation, or cutting through your BS and excuses. And I don't feel like they sit there and go, wow, pile number 2, you need to XYZ, and then, you'll have major transformation. No, I feel like they're just casually, like you're just casually talking, or something about you really is evocative and brings up these like feelings and thoughts. Okay, look what I tell you. Okay, this is the bottom of the deck as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these cards in the order they came. Now I feel like this person feels rebellious when they're around you. Your rebellious mind is a force that is able to remove the smoke screens, which cloud the minds. Someone who follows their own path, not that which is popular. That was so hard to read, and I even have glasses and I have no excuse, okay? But anyways, I feel like in the same way, like you have burned the book. You're like, look, this was written, that is no mas, no more. It's just not, nothing. The truth is this, and it's forcing you to kind of reconcile like the reality of maybe the old traditional ways of things have the way things have been done, the way you've been living or doing, whatever. That's really monumental. And it's also like inspiring a rebellion within you, almost like, no, I want to claim, I don't feel like you're like, they would directly try to argue or even tell you that you impacted them this much, by the way. So major impact. Illuminator. Oh, I also feel like you could have a connection to like dark movies or movies that people, would kind of, I heard the word cringe watch, not binge watch, which is interesting. So some people might cringe at your choice of movies, of what you consider Netflix and chill, how you relax. It could be looking at, Dr. G, the postmortem shows, or I'm not talking the NCIS garbage, which, talks too much about their stories, but I think the real cases. Anyways, moving on. Illuminator, you radiate energy that lights up any room with a great power to heal those around you and crack their hearts wide open. This is what you make this person feel. This gift can make people run from your light. Yes. So you kind of I do feel like you crack people's hearts wide open. I feel like I did another reading that was about that, but I'm not sure which one it was. Anyways, so I do feel like you inspire change, movement, thought. At the bare minimum, you shake people's foundations. I get tower vibes. I feel like you bring about tower moments in people's lives, and the person that you're inquiring about, how they feel is that when they're around you, they love being around you. But at the same token, they're a little bit afraid because you're so edgy, unconventional, and you bring about tower moments, even not knowing that you're kind of challenging their perception, how they're living, or you're even kind of highlighting what they intuitively in their gut know. And this could be kind of frightening, okay? So, how does this person feel when they're around pile 2? How does this person feel? How do you make this person feel? Once again, we can't make anybody feel anything. How does this person feel when they're around you? Show me now. I feel like also you might dress in a lot of dark colors and black even. Dark negative forces are intervening. Okay, so this person could be not gonna lie, this person could be a little bit freaked out by you, but they're fascinated. And so maybe perhaps, yeah, it's burning of this old book is saying, well, looking at things in a non-traditional way is pure rebellion. It is negative, it's evil, or whatever the case may be. But maybe perhaps this person is I'm not sure about you. I'm super attracted. I get super excited. And I'm not going to say that. Okay. I'm going to keep it clean and PG. You're welcome. But it's a gamble to be around you. I heard literally snake eyes because obviously I'm looking at the snake right here. But I feel like it's a gamble to be around you because it's they really, really love to be around you. And yet they're not prepared for the depth of how much you stir within them, okay? And so they could feel like this could even be, negative forces, or they could question, is this from the light or is this not? Now, bottom of the deck, we have 2 sides. You have 2 extreme sides to you. But yet, with much grace and poise, this ability gives you an advantage by keeping them in wonder. So they've been able to see. I mean, you're the illuminator, you bring the light, you crack open people's hearts. When you think about cracking open people's hearts, that can be kind of scary. I'm going to crown this right here. Yeah, so sometimes they just get a little bit confused and they're shocked and in wonder. So I feel like everything that I'm saying is extremely positive, even though it doesn't sound that way. I feel like you leave them shook, okay? That's just really what I'm getting. How do they feel when they're around pile 2, please? How does this person feel when they're around pile 2? Show me now. Uninhibited. Your unbridled erotic energy in its first tantalizing form, having the ability to help others release sexual fears and be more authentic in their sexual expression. So maybe perhaps they have a lot of suppressed feelings, suppressed emotions, and you help them to get in touch with those feelings. Griselle, keep it PG, okay, for real. But I feel like they're incredibly drawn to you, sexually. I also feel like you smell good, you look good, you may have long hair. They may want to like tangle their fingers in your hair. You make them feel conflicted. I'm gonna definitely say that for sure. The uninhibited part, I feel like this is more your energy, because you're so uninhibited, it brings out kind of like the beast in this person. Okay, bottom of the deck now, air. You have a strong connection to the air element, linked with the mind, the intellect, communication, and divination. Be sure to spend time outdoors to recharge yourself. Yeah. So you could have a strong connection. You could be like somebody who's into plants, the outdoors, really wanting to take care of nature, earthing, whatever your deal is. I think that's very, very attractive to this person. Divergent, you stand out from the rest, the way you think, the way you dress. It's rare and unique, making you very desirable. So yeah, it's almost like, I keep getting this example of like the hot nun. It's like you're almost like untouchable, very different, and not what they expected. And there's definitely two sides to you. That's like very hot, very exciting, very challenging, and very direct by the same token. So I think you leave people, well, this person specifically confused a little bit. So bottom of this deck now we have hope. You offer the most valuable gift there is, hope. Hey, wasn't that what was left in Pandora's box, by the way? I'm just saying. Look at this image. I think she's so gorgeous. That's so cool. Anyways, hope. Through your optimism and support, you inspire hope in others. And I feel like that's you, definitely. You inspire hope in this person, even though they want to cling to old, outmoded ways of thinking, feeling, of even facing things that they don't want to think about. Good grief, don't do that. I just literally had 2 jump cards. They appreciate it, they get excited for it, and yet they want to run from it all at once. Clear audience, yeah, they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear what it is that you have to see, hear. Sometimes the downloads that you're getting, they don't like want to apply it to their lives. And I think that's the quote danger here, is that you're actually serving as a catalyst or a tower for this person. They feel like whenever you come around, they question things that they've never questioned. They feel things they've never felt before, and sometimes they want to kind of plug their ears and enjoy your company without listening and absorbing like the deep truths of Swami pile number 2. Okay, but I think that when you speak, it cuts to the core. And I feel like your eyes could be really beautiful, really piercing, and sometimes even look very sad at times. Okay, empath. So you have empathic abilities, being able to feel another person's emotions as well as their thoughts and energy, having no control or awareness over this exchange. So perhaps this person has been privy or a witness to some mood swings or something like that, and it could have been something that they were stifling within themselves. But it's almost like you start speaking about things that is on their heart, and it just kind of blows them away. Again, a deep connection to pile number 1. I've got the knowing card here. You have the ability to connect on a deeper level with people and talk in ways that they feel heard. Being able to penetrate their veil often leaves people feeling vulnerable. Yes, my friends. So definitely that vulnerability, penetrating the veil, things like that. Watch pile number 1. Whew. I'm going to go ahead and grab another deck. So what is it that this person feels when they're around you? Show me more about this. I mean, these are all like positive. They're high positive and high erotic so far. What does this person feel when they're around pile number 2? Show me now. Energy, intensity, passion, and power. Bzz. Yeah. So I feel like this has even tower vibes, like electrical bolts like go through them sometimes. And I feel like that has to do with the illumination, the truth that you bring to the forefront, even if you're not even discussing them whatsoever. It's like they can identify with whatever it is that you are talking about, whether it's yourself or a show, or it doesn't make a difference. It's like incredibly these bouts of like illumination that they've never experienced before. I also feel like you could have their nerves a little bit frayed as well, because it's a little bit like being hooked to an old school medical device and not really being sure where the shock's going to come from. Why I use that analogy, I have no idea. The first thought that I had was like the story of Frankenstein, how that person was made from many parts and many people. But anyways, so yeah, you could be quite an overload to this person's nervous system. They may have to like really ground. They may have to actually feel grass beneath their feet, or they might have this like crazy energy, or the nerves might be even frayed after spending some time with you. And again, it's not personal, it's just you have an incredible effect on this person. What is this? Oh yeah, so you saw how it landed peace. So this person, I feel like they thought they were just going to have peaceful time. Things were going to be like, oh yeah, cool, whatever. We hang out or we talk. And instead it's almost like light bulb, like lightning after lightning after lightning rod. And they go back and forth between feeling peaceful in your presence and not. And it's nothing personal per se, but it's everything personal, because you bring about these moments that when these lightning bolts hit, it illuminates their world, and they think, wow, am I really happy doing this? Or I know that this needs to change, because they can see everything for that one brief moment. Okay? I hope that's making sense. And that disturbs them, their peace, because now they have to think about it. Now they have to face the truth. Show me how this person thinks when they're around. Pile 2. Show me now. Hard work. Commitment and perseverance. In this case, I feel like you inspire them to work hard. Not that they're not a hard worker to begin with. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at this right here. Okay, how can I leave it at that? I can't leave anything alone. Who am I kidding? Okay, let's do this. Much better. I feel like this person, when they're around you, they understand how hard you work on yourself and your commitment to see things in a way as best as we can. We're all human. In a clear manner, and to work diligently and to press forward regardless of feelings or fear, regardless of anything, regardless of any lightning moments, that even tower moments that happen in your life. So I feel like they understand. They feel like they too have to work hard to commit to themselves to transform whatever it is that needs to be transformed in their life. Okay, and perseverance, and not to give up. I also feel like they understand for the first time ever that facing the ugly parts of our lives and things like that can really have a monumental reward as well. But they know it's not going to come without blood, sweat, and tears. Now, what are we talking about? We're talking about the lesson. Wisdom through mistakes. Yeah. So I feel like this person, even this is an echo almost of this image, of this energy that they feel. And also I feel like you could be an energy worker, a healer, or they just feel incredible amount of energy when they are around you. So I feel like you bring lessons in many ways. Like, for example, don't put any flowers in a broken vase. That would be a lesson. And yet, for this person, it could be a little bit like, can I just have my illusions, please? But I still want to be around you. So I think they go hot and cold a little bit on you. And then the fight, you have the power to make the opposite sex fight for you, provoking jealousy in those that fall under your spell. Really? For real? Okay. Well, I guess so. That's not what I expected. So, yeah, but I do feel like it's fight or flight. You get knee-jerk reactions sometimes, or this person might get cold on you, and you could have no idea why. Like, did I say something wrong? I was talking about how I made meatloaf last night, and all of a sudden this person, like, ghosts me or something. I don't know. So, something to that effect. But anyways, have no fear and make no mistake. This person is incredibly affected by you. So let me know in the comments below, and I hope that you, once again, enjoy this reading. Much love to you. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Namaste. Hi, Pile 3. This message is for thee. For you repeat offenders, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for being patient while I took a little bit of time for myself. And as per usual, I hope I don't burn the house down, because I don't like doing any remakes, retakes, or really much of anything other than just reading. So, we're here today to find out how you make this person feel when they're around you. Again, you can't make a person feel anything, but you know what I mean. If you chose pile number 3, you chose the devil. You're in control of your own destiny and are not bound by anything other than your own attitudes and behavior. There's always something positive you can do to improve your situation, no matter how hopeless things may seem on the surface. Okay? It's quite a different message with this devil right here. Right off the bat, I'm going to say that I feel like you could have this person a little bit in a black mood, a dark mood, very pensive, brooding. That's the word. What's up? Yeah, so they could be totally in their head about you, and not be able to look away. I feel like they're a little bit even pissed that you have this much of their attention for whatever reason. Guidance. So you are divinely guided. I think that came out in the first pile. You might have a connection pile number 1 as well. Why is the devil here? Why is this obsessive thinking, this brooding, this... Why is this card here for pile number 3? Show me now. Dream. Build castles in the sky. I almost feel like this person is wanting to say, don't let your mouth write a check that you can't cash. But part of the pouting and the brooding and the obsessiveness is that they understand that you're definitely not selling them no damn sandcastle, okay? That's not you. I feel like with the guidance right here, you're being divinely guided. When they're around you, I feel like they naturally get inspired, just like they were when they were young, to dream bigger, even if it's pie in the sky, to slip into a little bit of a fantasy with you, even thinking like, oh, what would it be to be married to so-and-so, or to be with so-and-so, to be, you know, I don't know, have sex with you. What would it be like to cohabitate? What it would be like to even like share dreams together, that kind of a thing. And I feel like this devil, for as much as like the devil is all about a lack of self-control, I kind of feel like this devil here is a little bit pissed because in some ways they feel like you're messing with their self-control, which is really interesting, okay? Yeah, they don't feel like they can turn this off, interestingly enough. So hence the brooding and the pouting. Pile 3, what have you done to this person? Pile 3, why is the devil here? We're gonna the arouser. You provoke sexual arousal like a phantom dancing with them in a vibrational dance to enchant, tease, entice, and play with their most deepest hidden desires. Yeah, I think that you pull out something in this person that they weren't expecting, and that you are very evocative. Something to do with smoke. They could even want to see you in smoke. It's a thing, guys. I don't know why, but whatever. So they may have a kink with like smoking or seeing you around smoke or something else. But you definitely arouse like the devil's needs. It's like, hey, let's do it, that kind of a thing. but they are locked and loaded looking at you. So they actually also feel like you are mystical, something very mystical about you, which gives people the impression that you're very much in your power, and you are. So I feel like also because the devil's the devil, you know, they tend to kind of think things through, and really the devil's about control, about obsession. I feel like you make this person feel out of control because they can't pin you down. Maybe you're mystical, obviously mystical. They think of it that way. You're like that unicorn, and they can't quite pin things down. Why are they so obsessed with you? They can't control their own thoughts. It's okay for them to be obsessed, but they want to have control over it, which is interesting. Again, it's like a freaking complete opposite of what the devil is. And the devil knows. Devil knows that they have addictions, okay? Yeah, clarity, because you bring clarity. You bring things to light, you bring awareness. They feel like you can cut right through the chase, right through any bullshit. I feel also that you see everything, okay? This person doesn't like it. They can see, ooh, this person can feel that you can see right through them, or they think they can. They think you can, pardon me. And they don't like it. I feel like there's even a kind of like, well, prove it, you know, that kind of a thing. So this person can be in like a bad mood. That's really interesting. What else do we need to know about this devil? Why is this here for pile number 3? Show me now. This is a whole different deck I did not even use for the 2 first piles. Yeah, because they want to invest in you. They want to put a little bit of time, energy, effort. They want to give you some small kind of an offering, but it's stable. It is something that they don't want to give you, because look, this person is all about, I'm keeping my damn feelings to myself, I'm keeping my damn thoughts to myself, I'm keeping my lust to myself, I'm keeping my fantasies to myself. Okay, that one especially. They might even be like, I'm keeping my money to, but most of all, they are definitely keeping how they feel to themselves. And they feel conflicted. They definitely want to extend an offer. They see you as an incredible investment opportunity. Something about gold, about painting, about paintbrushes, something about meeting somewhere like in a gold room, or somewhere where it has gold foil, glasses or cups or whatever. Or even this thing right here, right? Those little gold things can have something to do with this as well. I feel like this person wants to kind of show you a little bit of luxury, and they're resentful because they kind of feel out of control. But you know, I don't know. Interesting. I've never had a reading where the devil felt like they were out of control. Yeah, interesting. What else do we need to know? How does this person feel around you? How do they feel when they're around you for pile number 3? How does this devil feel around you? Pile number 3, show me now. Grand Trine, being blessed, good luck, completion, receiving gifts, contentment, magnetic, huge success, little effort, and harmony. Well, if that's not conflicted, I don't know what is. The first house, the body, identity, consciousness, ego, beauty, and character, nature. Gateway, beginnings, life, philosophy, and awakening. Yeah, I feel like sometimes this person feels like you would just kind of zip it because you shake up who they are in their core. I also feel like your third eye can be really open, really evolved. How does this person feel when they're around pile number 3? They feel that they're in the presence of luxury. That's what I was missing. So they're in the presence of luxury as much as they don't want to admit it. It's almost like entertaining another god or a goddess, and they feel a little bit like beneath you in some ways. Interesting. Now, they also feel like maybe perhaps you have like material possessions, money, work, income values, aesthetics, luxury, security, attitude towards possession. So the second house can have something to do a lot with what they're thinking and feeling towards you. So because the devil is obsessive and typically materialistic, they could be somebody who burns through money fast and look at you and kind of snarl at maybe I don't feel like it just even matters to you, honestly. Like material possessions, yeah, we all have to live, but I don't feel like you're like, oh my gosh, I have to have that. So I think that that kind of just tweaks this person's beak as well. Ascendant. First impression, your style, role, the public mask, outlook, impact, attitude, approach, aura, and appearance. I heard all that glitters is not gold, but this person can't stop staring. They can't stop staring. I feel like they might even spy on you. I feel like they know you place a lot of value on yourself. I feel like they can't run game on you, and that's part of why they're ticked off, because they want you, but they don't want to be vulnerable, right? Gemini. Adaptable, informative, connected, communicative, talkative, superficial, restless, love variety, curious, and social. Yeah. So this person can have a lot of things on their minds. I definitely feel like there's a lot of chemistry here. They don't appreciate how you kind of interrupted things, and unbeknownst to you, by the way, and forced them to just kind of like look at you. For whatever reason, they're just annoyed with their attention again. Their attention towards you. Such an interesting read. Good grief. Okay, yeah. So this person wants to be single. They want to be detached, unattached. And they feel like you are definitely somebody who describes that, but I feel like you're inspiring in them like a desire for more, like they want to possess you. In other words, they want to kind of grab a hold, they want to kind of dominate, they want you to adhere to them, their needs and things like that, but they don't want to commit. So they want all the benefits without the responsibility. And I mean, who doesn't? Well, you know, I feel like it's just a really immature attitude, though. I also feel like this person could be connected to music. This almost looks like music, like a little graph paper where you could pen in your own music so you can actually play it later or whatever. They see you as very well balanced, happy to be like, I heard soltera, like by yourself, having interesting hobbies and the like, and they want to have, like before you, they had that, and you know, they did whatever, and now it's like their brain has been waylaid. They're like, what's up, like I'm the one that's independent, I'm the one that I don't need nobody, I'm the one, and yet you've captured their attention unbeknownst to you. I don't even think you know, okay, because her lips are like, or his, I don't even know, her, whatever. They're pressed pretty tight here. Now I feel like this person views themselves, yeah, the devil. They are somebody who is, they conduct the symphony in a way to portray like mass illusion. So they can almost be a chameleon and portray themselves in whatever manner they want to, and create a lot of smoke and mirrors so they don't have to be vulnerable. I feel like there's a real aversion to being vulnerable, yeah. Why? Because the Five of Cups, you make them feel things that they would rather not feel from the past, times when they were really sad, when they really connected to someone or multiple people and they just got left heartbroken. I almost feel like this is even a figure in the background. It's not supposed to be, but I almost feel like it's a person in the background. Almost like somebody came through and crushed their world and then abruptly left. There were no more good times, and this person was left feeling a certain type of way. You also inspire this person, in spite of themselves, to want to spy on you, to look, to follow up, to maybe even perhaps ask discreet questions about you. For one or two of you, don't get paranoid on me, too late, right? I feel also that this person might even try to pull up like credit reports on you or just find anything. They're like, what the hell? They're not all that. And yet they keep looking at the glitter and the gold and the beauty, and they're kind of shook. I'm not going to lie. This person is used to being the one in power. They're used to being the one to kind of breadcrumb, to give out of maybe even their wealth, to be like, oh, here's for you, and people are just like eating it up. But I feel like you've been able to conduct yourself perfectly well without their donations. And part of why they do this is that they breadcrumb people. Look at the posture in these two. Like they're literally beggars. Oh, give me more, sir. Let me have more porridge. That's not porridge, by the way, but whatever. And then we have here the Nine of Pentacles. It's like she's not going to be like down there begging with these guys. Instead, she might be like, oh man, I got some fruit. I can, I feel like she would tell this person, don't come in my garden, your bench. And then she'll return with some fruits and some like genuine stuff for these two other people. Like she doesn't expect anything back, okay? I feel like this person expects power, and that's how they balance the scale. So I feel like this person is even kind of like disturbed by you, or they feel like you've somehow overpowered them and they want power over you. It's an awakening of the heart chakra. Yeah, all three piles I felt an awakening. The Hermit, so they feel like they have to go within, but in order to do that, they're going to be feeling left out. And this person can even perhaps would have ghosted you, or thinking about ghosting you, wanting to. I feel like they just want to detach. I'm like, the hell with that. I'm happy giving to people who will, grovel at my feet, will kiss my butt, will do whatever it is that I want when I want. And they know that with you, it's going to be work, and it ain't going to be that way. You're not going to be waiting outside of this church. I just got a flip right here. What? The moon, yeah. They just don't understand their reaction to you, but they know it's going to take a lot of work. They could be even red in the face. It's like, hey, I tried. And it's too damn hard to put all that work and effort into it. I just got vertigo. Maybe some of them are having vertigo. Maybe you are. And also, I do feel like this person can feel a bit defensive towards you, like angry even. Very similar it looks right here. And it's not that you did anything wrong at all. It's just that peeling back anything from the heart chakra of vulnerability, making them kind of think about you when they felt like they were footloose and fancy free and miserable in every which way till Sunday, kind of just pisses them off, because they want to be like, okay, I say when I get captivated by somebody's attention. Well, now they are used to kind of looking at everything, variety, right? They feel defensive. They definitely don't. I mean, look at the number 4 right here. I feel like they don't want to provide any stability. They think it, but they don't want to act on it. And it's the slowest moving night anyways. I feel like their stomach could be upset. They could be having like stomach flips or something to that effect. Because they know that you're solid, and it kind of pisses them off. Look, there's, oh my gosh, the Tower followed by the Sun. Okay. So yeah, you could be somebody who brings in like Tower feelings. They know it. They know that you're going to bring about a Tower in their life, like monumental realization that they need to change something, or that they've been living some kind of a lie in a certain area. Maybe it's financial. Maybe this person's like living way above their means, and you're like, yeah, I don't really care. Maybe they're even giving to other people and don't even have any money or any like bread in the fridge or whatever, food in the fridge, that kind of a thing. Maybe they themselves are destitute, and it brings about that reflection of, yeah, you may look good, you may look fine, but maybe the tags are still on those clothes. They need to return them tomorrow. I don't know. But you're making them feel and face up realities in a certain kind of way. I'm going to leave it here. I'm actually getting like pretty good vertigo. I'm like, I don't know what the deal is, but they feel tied up. They feel tied up in their head. You've rocked their security. They feel bound by their security. How they feel secure is having control. They may even try to gaslight you, things like that. But in the end, I feel like another part of them, definitely a lot of Gemini energy here, is that they're inspired, and they feel like you're open and bare and like free, and they wish that you could be the same way. Okay, so they see that you have a lot of admirers, even people that were coming out of the woodwork, they never thought would even feel that way necessarily about you, and they're starting to see it. They may see that you have a lot of choices when it comes to love, romance, and that you're just kind of like chilling to see what is right for you. You're not in a rush. You're waiting for the right offer. Yep, it's gonna be a Queen of Wands. You could also be like somebody who's feisty. They could feel like you'll take them to the mat if they kind of step out of line, and that kind of pisses them off. It's like, well, I've dominated every other scenario. Why can't I dominate this? Whew, That was a lot. Anyhow. But they definitely see you as being an incredible mover and a shaker. Definitely a lot of mystery to you. A worthy opponent, but they feel kind of chapped. They're like, what the hell? I don't appreciate that. You're forcing them to get clarity. But it can bring about competition in this connection, even if it's just a friendship, okay? Yeah. Ooh, you're bringing out a lot of like, yeah, this is, I want what I want. I said what I said, and this is how it needs to be. And yet with a lot of yellow here, I feel like their solar plexus is really responding to that, going, yeah, you think this is what you want, but the reason why you keep going back and being drawn to pile number 3 is because your body, your mind, your spirit is responding to something. There is a great division. I feel like they're resisting coming to the other side with you, okay? So, yeah, they're deep in thought. I feel like they're deep in thought about you. Deep in thought, deep in contemplation, thinking about wanting to shut their eyes at what it is that they've seen, that you've kind of messed up a good time. It's like, hey, you messed up my party, and now I got to think about real stuff, like why I'm wearing stuff I can't afford or shouldn't be wearing, or whatever, you know, whatever it is that you inspire this person to think. You also inspire them to have a lot of realizations about themselves directly from spirit. So in a big way also, I feel like another awakening. I feel like this moon obviously has like the sun behind it as well, and it's all like part, I feel like you're seeking, they feel like they need to be more balanced. They know it, but they don't want to be told, because they're kind of riddled with addiction or enjoying how they've lived their life thus far, how they are currently doing. They definitely don't want nobody telling them what to do. And hey, who are we, right? But they feel a something sort of way, like all over the place with these towers, with the you're so freaking hot, I can't wait to get you alone, with the bada boom, bada bing. It's a beautiful thing. They want to just walk out of your life like that and pretend that they're aloof and unaffected. I promise you that is not the case. Pile 3. Okay, this is supposed to be short. Last cards for pile number 3. How does this person feel? They are all over the place. They feel like they lack self-control. Whereas before they were lacking self-control. That is such a paradox. Pile 3. What do they feel when they're around thee? Show me now. They feel like you're deeply connected. You know things that you should not know. That you're incredibly beautiful and poised. They're intrigued. And I feel like they don't like it in a lot of ways. Yeah, 3 of Swords. What did I tell you? So it puts them in direct contact with like heartache. It's like feeling vulnerable, and they got vertigo again. What is the deal here? And they want to kind of rush towards you with even like a love offer, or like, oh my gosh, I would love to wine and dine you, or I can't see this number. Oh, it's a night. So, you know, they maybe even want to sing poetry over the symphony earlier. They might even like write music, write poetry, or write songs, or something about it, and it kind of pisses them off, but it kind of turns them on at the same time. They just feel like they're not in control. Yeah. And so what? They withdraw, they become very chilly, very icy, mentally, emotionally, physically. You could, maybe they even ghost you. Yeah, they're definitely looking at other options. Definitely, they don't like the way this has put them in a vulnerable position, and yet by the same token they can't help but just want to go back for more. Look, they feel all tied up. I want to go back and do it all over, but I can't go back. I know. Sorry about that. Look, wanting to come back. Something about being tied up. They could even have a fantasy of tying you up. Want to be tied. Look, being tied up. This gives me the Hierophant. No, the Hangman vibes. But here, this is a magician. I just feel like this person is deep in their thoughts, trying to manifest. And there we go. All in their head. All in their head. And that is what we have for you. Pile number 3. If you like this kind of reading, like, share, comment, subscribe. Much love to you. Namaste.